Here, I'm going to switch this for a minute. As much as I hate this, like, well, full on view. Maybe we're not going to get a full on view. Maybe we're just going to get a black screen. Okay. So if you look behind me, you can see that my craft room doesn't actually look that bad right now because I got new shelves in November. But the parts you can't see, you can tell. It needs a little love. So the beauty of the shelves is I had to pull everything off. And so I sort of sorted as it went back. But anything not on the shelves, or at the time, I was kind of busy with like 70 other things at once. Anything else that was going on, there's a lot of, I'll just put this aside for now and I'll figure it out later. Well, it's later. I have to figure this stuff out. So I decided I'm going to do it after, but you have to start things when you're ready. That's like sort of like mindset number one is if you're not ready to do this, it's not going to work. Like that's my personal opinion. It's just not going to work because you'll start, you'll stop, you'll fight it, you'll get angry, whatever. So I'm now ready to start. I wasn't ready to start on the 1st of January because I was still in holiday mode. Yes, I'm retired from the government, but I run a full-time business and holy cow, parenting is a full-time job. Getting my kid through high school. So he was on break until the 5th. So was I. That's why July and August, I'm off in the summer. I don't necessarily like to start things on a Monday because Mondays tend to be busy days anyways, and you're just trying to get back into your routine. But it just so happened this week, Monday and Tuesday were busy. So it worked out well to do just, hey, I'm going to start on a Wednesday. Oh, look, I have a live. That's the easiest way to do it. But when you're ready to do this, you can do this. If you're not ready now and you want to just save the information that we're going to cover, then great. Go through it at your own pace. I do kind of like the expression misery loves company, but it's more so sometimes things are easier to do if you do them with somebody. Some people need to be motivated. I don't need an accountability partner. That's the word. I have to write that down. I was trying so hard earlier to try to remember what that little term is now. Accountability partner. That's what it was. I don't need an accountability partner because honestly, nobody can make me do anything. That's just me. I will do it when I'm ready, and I will do it if I want to. So, but I do know some people do better with an accountability partner or accountability group even. So if it helps you, then every day I'm going to give you a task, and then the next day we're going to check it and say, how'd you do? Post a picture, like do your thing. Then this might help you. Maybe it'll just give you some ideas, right? Like it's not here, you must do this now. But over the years, I have figured out a lot of things that work for me. And maybe you need that idea. Maybe it works for you. Maybe you just want to have, like, it's just a fun way to hang out every day and see stuff. I do get asked a lot about how do you store this, or what would you use for this, or what do you use for that? So by the time we're done this 25 days and we go through everything, you probably will have seen every storage idea I have. and some of them really work. And I am working on making an Amazon list. And I know there's a way, like I don't have affiliate links or anything, although I might. We'll see how much is involved in that. But I know you can make a list of just, these are my Amazon favorites. And so it's one thing. So every time you find something new, you can go to it. So I'm going to try to get that. And then I'm just going to like post it on the featured. So if anybody asks, because I have like magnet sheets, my paper storage. I love my paper storage. Just so many things that I've gotten that I've figured out a way that I love. And I get asked about them all the time. Well, I'm going to put them in one place. So by the time we're done, you will see those too. So it's a bit of a double whammy there. The reason I decided 25 days, I actually saw somebody else was doing 25 days to an organized sewing room. And I was like, I could do 25 days. I think it's easier because we're all busy. We have lives, we have jobs, we have family. Maybe you just want to craft. You don't always want to be cleaning. You want to be playing. There's lots of things going on. So instead of sitting down and saying, okay, this is like a 2-day job and I'm going to, well, who's got 2 solid days that they don't have anything coming up, right? So I thought it'd be easier if we just did it in little snippets, right? Plus that way, if you get busy for a couple of days, it's easier to catch up. I did look at my schedule because I'm the one doing it. And so I know like the one day that I got a full day thing is a light task. Some days are going to be easy. Some days are going to be a little more time consuming, and it's going to depend on you and your scenario and however you want to do it. You don't have to do anything on the day you don't have to do anything, but it doesn't have to be on that day. Even if you get behind and you want to catch up, or you just go, doesn't apply, and ignore it and move on, right? Whatever works for you. But this is just a little way to do it in little chunks. It's probably the most like to work. If you want to do it all at once and you're like, this is going to frustrate me, wait till February 1st. You'll have an entire list of 25 things and you can just boom, 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 right through them. That would not work for me. It is craft room that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the physical things you can hold. Digital, oh, good Lord. Digital is a whole other animal. I did start, and before Christmas, I spent a couple days, because once I started, I was like, I could see progress. My disk said, you don't have enough space to save this, my little flash drive. And I was like, okay, then. And I started, and I in the course of about 2 days, I cleared 8 gigabytes, which I don't know how to explain that other than it's a lot of duplicate pictures and duplicate things. And I got it saved in the download, and then I had it saved where I watermarked it. I had it saved over here. Pictures are the worst. And I had one where I took it off my phone and put it in the sort thing, but I never sorted it. Now I have another set of them, and it was crazy. It was out of control. So I just sat there for 2 days and just boom, 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 because once I got going, I couldn't stop myself. But then I got busy again with Christmas and I stopped. So right now, like twice a week or so, I'm going to sit for an hour and I'm just going to plow through things and organize. The key to keeping all this stuff organized, I have learned, is, and I watch all the different videos and pros and how they do it, and I love watching organizing shows. And you have to have a system, and I have lots of systems. Here's the key. You must use your systems. This is where I fall down a lot. I have a plan to do monthly books. I tend to do my taxes. I do 12 months of books at once. I'm trying to get better at it. So I figure I'm just forcing myself to do these systems now, because I have them all set up. That's the only really easy way to manage all the different things, all the different priorities, is to have a system and follow it. So right now I'm starting with just an hour a couple times a week. And then eventually it'll get to the point where I'm back to at the end of the week, like on a Sunday, I'm planning for Monday. I'm like, okay, what's in my week ahead? Which I do look. I can say, okay, now do I got any crap on my phone I need to get rid of? How much stuff is in my download folder? I can move that over. Either that, or sometimes I'll do it Monday morning, because sometimes I just do not want to see a computer on a Sunday. Whichever. One of the biggest hurdles I find to cleaning, and we might as well just say it, and this is, I call it historical distraction. Because, and let's admit, I am not the only one. I can guarantee I'm not the only one who does this. So here's my little thing I made, right? Oops, got to get the right angle so you can see it. It's my little thing with the dies. So I will pick this up and decide this needs to go somewhere. And I'll look and I'll say, oh, I wonder if that's the same size tulips that we had when we had that stamp set with the tulips. Those were so cute. I wonder if there's a time, could you mix and match? Oh, I should go, do I have that stamp set still? And off you go. And now you're looking for the stamp set, and I can't find the stamp set, but I think I might have a sample of a card. Do I have a sample of a card? Oh, that's where those things, and off you, right? Or you pick up something and you're like, and then you start stamping and start playing and start making a card. If we commit to doing the one task a day, and it's one small task a day, by the end of January, we'll be there. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. This is your motivational encouragement for you, for me. Stop playing, stop getting distracted. And because it's just a small task, do your task and then get distracted and go play. But to start with, do your task. So, key thing. I am going to show you my system for my craft room. You do not have to do anything I do. Maybe this will work for you, maybe it won't. Maybe you have better ideas and you would like to share them with us, because that would be awesome too. I said nobody can make me do anything, which is pretty much true. But if somebody says, hey, it's a good idea, do it this way, and I go, ooh, I like it, I'll do it. If I don't like it, I won't. But if I like it, I will. So let's share ideas. But at the end of this thing, I do not want anybody to say, oh my God, I really wanted my stamp set with the tulip in it, but Tracey told me I had to get rid of it. And so I got rid of it. And now I really wish I had it. No. Ideas, doing it together, trying to keep each other going, motivated, maybe make a little fun, get some new ideas. do not do anything you will regret. Do not do anything you don't want to do. The whole idea is to help, and maybe this works for you. If you need tough love, let me know. I give you tough love. But I do not want anybody at the end of this to go, oh, no, I get rid of a whole bunch of stamp sets every time. And you'll see when we get to the stamp set part, I have too many of them. And so every time we get a new catalog and I switch things over, I am harsh with them. There might be one, maybe two stamp sets that for a fleeting moment, I go, duh, I wish I still had that stamp set. And then I find something else and I move on. So I don't really regret getting rid of them. But you'll see I have some very old stamp sets because those are the ones that every time I look at them, I'm like, nope, still need those. And it depends. Like one of the stamp sets I have, I kept solely because I knew I would use it to make multiple projects for my brother. My brother passed away last year. I can say last year, no, that's so weird. Am I going to keep it now? Because frankly, I have two of them. One is kind of childish. One is like was him. I might not because I have the other one, right? So like, I mean, I will dig deep and I will, because there's just too many. I made the decision that the shelves I have for stamps, that's the only stamps I can have. Because if you get too much of something, by the time you find what you're looking for, you don't have time to use it. The moment's passed. You found something else in the middle. You went on some tangent, right? So I am harsh with this for myself. I will not be harsh with you. I'm just going to give you ideas. A couple things like just sort of like little goals, guidelines, little mindset things. I have this poster, where'd it go? It's over there somewhere. And I saw it somewhere that says, why put it down when you can put it away? So this is I'm trying to make this my rule for life. Why put it down when you can put it away? The other one, and I don't know whose it is. It's not the, pick it up if you love it, keep it thing. I forgot her name. Does it spark joy? It's not that. But the idea is, once you pick something up, you can only touch it once, right? So don't pick it up and go, I think this is going to go and put it over here. So that when you get over here, you got to pick it up and then you decide maybe it goes over here. So then you pick it up over there once. Now, this is the hardest one. And there's a slight exception, which we'll show you tomorrow. And if you get really stuck and you're like really stressing over something, this is not supposed to be stressful, then put it somewhere else. I'm going to tell you where in a minute. Think about it overnight and the next day, then move it, right? But as much as you can, only such things once. You pick them up, you put them where they belong. If they don't have a belong or they're broken or whatever, they go somewhere else. As I do mine, you're going to notice I have a business. So I'm trying to use current as much as possible. I do have quite the stash of retired. But for me to be able to grab stuff quickly, I keep my current and my retired separate. So you may not do that if you're a hobby demo or even if you're a business demo and you just don't care and you like it all together, then whatever system works for you. But you'll notice, so if I do that or if I say, because I have a retired product sale every year. So if you don't do that, then just ignore it when I say, right? So that's a bit of the mindset. Well, that didn't actually do too bad. I can ramble, but I wanted just to get everybody started, right? So I'm going to, each day at 3:00, I'm either going to go live or post a video. So you don't have to be here every day at 3, but it'll be something. And I will just say, here's the quick thing, show you a quick bit. Because like my cameras are all fixed, the ones I'm doing right now, so I can't move them around. So some of the stuff I'm going to do, actually probably more than not, I'm going to do on my phone. So it will be quick so that I can go over and say, this is what I'm doing. But now if I'm holding my phone, I've only got one hand ready. So like I'm not going to, especially when it comes to stamps and stuff, I'm not going to sit there because I can guarantee you for me, that's going to take me like an hour to go through every one of them, figure out whatever. I'm not going to hold my phone in like for an hour and you watch me try to one-handedly sort stamps. But for some of this stuff, I might show you and say, okay, this is how I do it. This is how I store stuff. This is where this came from. I'll show you my little IKEA plate rack. Is that tomorrow? Next day? Which works for me so well. It was just like one of the best things I ever bought. And then I'll say, this is what I'm going to do. And then I'll stop the thing because you don't have to watch me do all of this stuff. If it's worth showing you, I will keep my phone going. But if not, we won't. For today, I can't actually show you what we're going to do other than this. because my stuff is underneath my desk. What I will tell you though is I have a garbage can under my desk on this side, and I have a recycle bin on my desk this side, like big ones, and then I have this tiny little, adorable little garbage can on my desk. Because when you take the backing off, or like the tear and tape or dimensionals and stuff, and you go to throw it in the garbage or the recycle under your desk, it just flutters and goes all over your craft room. It never goes where it's supposed to. So I put it in this little bin on my desk, which it hits, 90% of the time. And then I can just dump this bin directly in the garbage, and I find out I have a whole lot less. So yes, I have kind of got 3 little bins. It does not seem to matter. Like, I swear I just emptied both of these bins, and both of these bins are, well, the garbage can is partially because I put an Amazon, like one of those big bags in it that had the tiniest little thing in it, but it's sort of blocking my garbage can right now. So before we get started tomorrow, like with the first thing, task number 1, day number 1, task number 1 is make sure you have a clean, empty garbage can, a clean, empty recycle bin, because we're in a craft room with a whole lot of paper, and a lot of this stuff can go in the recycle bin. So I guess if you don't recycle, that's your choice, but I would prefer that, the recyclables go in the recyclable, garbage goes in the garbage bin. The other thing I mentioned is, I'm going to show you this just a second. Somebody else I know had this, said they have a put away bin in my rolly chair. So I thought, I'm going to try that. Now, here's the whole full disclosure part. Here's my put away bin. For some reason, my camera seems really close all of a sudden. Okay, so this is for me to empty those. By the way, my garbage and recycle are not going to fill these 2 bags. So I am going to start those 2 bags, and I'm just going to put them on the landing in my garage so they're out of my way. And as I fill my garbage and recycle, I will just keep going and emptying them into those bags. So this is kind of, I sort of have a put away bin, but I fail miserably, as you can see, at the put away part. So I'm gonna start trying this though. This is gonna be my put away bin, and I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna make sure I have a place on my desk where the put away bin can go. And right now, it's probably gonna go on my right hand side, because I tend to pile stuff there that I should put away. So if I try to have my desk, you'll see the desk tomorrow, set up in such a way that I can't put anything on it. Like, everything has a purpose. I can't stamp stuff or put stuff on the one corner because that's where the cutter is. And if I do, then I can't use the cutter. And I need to keep enough clearance for my die cut machine. And I need to have a place for my teacup. And it has to be where I don't have to reach over anything, because then I will knock it over. So I try to set everything up so that there's no way that I can put anything else there. Because that helps me put things away faster, is if there's nowhere to set them on my desk, they start getting in my way. But so the idea behind the put away bin is, at the end of the day, or as you're working. So if I'm in here working, I put all my stuff in, I put it in, and then this is the stuff that now needs to be put away. And at the end of every day, I should take my put away bin and put everything away. Now, this is my Christmas cards. These are all my extra samples and stuff, and tags, and I just haven't gone through them and put them away. So I'm going to empty my put away bin tonight, and then I will have a fresh, empty put away bin somewhere to use every day. And I'm going to see if it works for me. If it does not work for me, or if it creates a mess like this, I'm going to get rid of it. But in general, the 3 permanent bins I'm going to try to work with, and that's my system in my office: garbage, recycle, put away. For this project, process, whatever we want to call it. Oh, it doesn't quite fit in there. That's okay. I'll move these over here. Oh, that might just be where that goes too. We're going to have 2 temporary bins, or 1 temporary bin, depending how you work. I'm going to set up a donate bin, and I'm going to pick a sell bin. Okay. So I have a retired product sale every June. So as I clear stuff, and as I say, okay, this one's retired, I'm not keeping it. This one's retired, I'm keeping it. This one's new, needs to go. Like, and as I move stuff around, I automatically put. So I have all my stuff, and in my lovely organized garage with all my shelves, I have my retirement sale bins there. So I will put them in just inside the house bin, and then go take them and put them in there. So garbage, recycle, put away, permanent; donate, sell, temporary. And that's just at the end of 25 days, we get rid of the donate, sell bins. If you want to keep a running bin of donate or sell, garage, storage room, somewhere else, but unless you have room in your craft room to keep it, I would suggest it goes somewhere else. Plus, and maybe this is experience speaking. I don't know. I'm showing you my dirty little chamois there. If you have a donate bin or a sell bin in your craft room and you can see what's in it, you will take stuff back out of it and you will put stuff back in, and you will take stuff back out and you will put stuff back in. So mine's in the garage, and it's not like I've never got into the garage and got something out of the sell bin, used it, kept it, or used it and put it back. But it is way less frequent if it's in the garage and not in my craft room. So day one, bins. Who's with me? All right. Okay. I got 18 minutes.